04917, California financing law, license number 6054788, 535 Mission Street, San Francisco, California, 94105. Visit earnest.com/licenses for a full list of licenses. Now let's get back to the show. Anyway, what else, boys? What else? What are you thinking about? What are we thinking about?
Since we talked about Netflix,
yes,
and why Drive to Survive is amazing, do you want to talk about why you like HBO better?
Okay, it's not that I like HBO better. They just are better.
They are better.
They're better at scripted, and it's not even it's not even close. And not only are they better at making the scripted shows, they're better at getting people to watch the scripted shows. Okay? This weekend, fucking Sex and the City comes out with their older Sex and the City.
I did not even know it came out.
Nobody knew it was coming out.
Yeah.
There was no interest.
Nobody
girls didn't
cared.
give a fuck about it. They're like, I don't need to watch these girls anymore. I saw them go to fucking Dubai or whatever like that and walk around with masks all day long. I don't need to see this shit again.
And the one character that everybody knew about was gone.
The
Samantha.
most entertaining character. Maybe not the one you love the most. Probably it's Carrie, or each one of these girls has their own thing. But undeniably the funniest, most entertaining one, the one that got fucked all the time, great tits for her age, is off the show. Right?
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, why the hell would I watch this shit if now they're old? I don't care about their lives. The one that was the funniest and the most entertaining is no longer there. Like, what is the point
Seems
of
like
this?
just a bunch of Madonnas just fucking in their 60s
Just
trying to be
complaining.
cute. Yeah, get that shit over with, bro.
Okay. Within a fucking day, every girl's watching this thing. They're locked in and obsessed. Within a fucking day. What did they do? They killed off one of the main characters. They killed off Carrie's fucking love interest for the whole regular show. Big. You know that show? The guy Big?
Yeah, I know of him.
Christopher Noth, I think is the character. They killed that motherfucker off. And this is how you know this shit has a big fucking reaction, right? Al was talking about how this wasn't as big a reaction as just in my girl's life.
I'll stand on
This, okay, ready? Big dies after using a Peloton. He has a heart attack.
Mr. Biggs.
Mr. Big. Mr. Big
Get it right.
dies after using a Peloton. Peloton stock dips 11%.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Significant.
11%!
You might have also contributed to that. You have
That's
to take,
Bitcoin shitting itself. Like when Bitcoin dips 5%, people are like, oh fuck, is Bitcoin on it down?
Yeah.
10%?
Yeah.
they saw the video.
Insane.
They saw the video of you falling off, and they were like, "Yeah. That
Yes.
contributed to 2 or 3%.
I started this.
At least.
I started this. The reason HBO is great is because I'm great. Okay, I'm complimenting me.
Yes, that's what I mean.
We understand
First was
marketing
Mr.
over
Big,
here.
then it was Mr. Big Nose. It's
That's
a lot,
it.
you know?
Yeah.
This is what it is. Okay? So listen, so the fucking effect of this is crazy, right? To kill off a main character and the love interest of this woman, actually, it's really the smartest thing because in order for us
Brilliant.
to like the show, she can't be happy.
Bro, that's Game of Thrones.
You gotta have stakes.
Opening season, you're like, the 2 coolest guys are dead?
Dead.
What happened?
And they keep on killing the motherfuckers you love. If you love them too much, that motherfucker gonna die.
They've been married because they got married in a movie, I believe.
Yeah.
First or second, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they've been married 10, 11 years. That's not fun. Who wants to see that show? There's no stakes there.
Also,
you
we
gotta
need
be
to
single.
We need to follow Carrie's journey, which is in podcasting now. The takeover. It's the fucking fuck we do. You know what I
G's
mean?
up, bro.
G's up. So it's like, in order to recreate that world, and in order to follow this woman through that world, trying to find out what her life is going to be, what love is going to be, you need to remove the love.
Yeah.
Right? If you already got a man, you're happy, you're in a nice house, then you're flying to fucking Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Right? It's like they literally had nothing else to do, so they flew them to fucking Abu Dhabi. Right? I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Everybody talking about it. Main character dies, or one of the main character dies, main love interest dies. Now all of a sudden my girl's locked in watching, and then the writing is funny. I'm watching the show and I'm like, this is funny. I remember thinking it was funny before. The storylines get you in. I'm like, you fucking did it. HBO fucking does it every single time. Mayor of Easttown, right?
Yeah.
Mayor of Easttown comes
like that
down.
show.
The fucking finale, all of a sudden the stream goes down. I didn't start watching this show until after the finale when the stream went down. The stream going down causes national news.
Right.
Everybody going, what the fuck you mean the stream? It's trending on Twitter. The Mayor of Easttown's trending. Why are people so upset they can't watch the show? It must be a good show.
Yep.
The show's fucking great. I watch it.
Yeah.
White Lotus, The Undoing. It's like nonstop. They keep coming with banger after banger scripted show. Can y'all name a scripted show that Netflix has put out in the last year that people are obsessed with? Scripted.
The Kevin Hart
There's
shit.
a lot.
Squid Game.
Squid Games.
Game, Kevin
You got to
Hart.
give it up, Squid Game.
Gotta give it up. Squid Game took over.
Ozark.
Nah, that fell off.
You want me to list the hits of
The
HBO?
heat of Ozark isn't the same as it was.
It fell off.
2
It was
years ago.
fire when it first started. That fell off.
I gave
think,
up season
I
2.
think Squid Game is massive.
Yeah.
That's the biggest.
House of
and
Cards.
then True Story.
True story.
True Story is mid. I think it's mid.
It's highly they got shows. What's that one?
Narcos
Clickbait
is-
or something?
It's good.
Narcos.
I think people stop watching Narcos.
You was big.
In terms of just eyeballs, You is big in terms of eyeballs. You're also talking critical
Yeah,
acclaim,
that's
I
what I'm
think.
saying.
Like Undoing was very well received critically, and people watched it. Mayor of Easttown, same. But like, what's that fucking show with Entourage that has the Entourage guy in it, Vinny? Clickbait or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, that one.
That
was
was people. It
Clickbait
wasn't a
was
good
big.
show, buddy. People watched it.
think more people watched Mayor of
Mad people
Easttown?
watched it.
You think
Mayor
more
of
people watch Mayor of
Easttown,
Easttown?
those are limited series, easier to get superstar creators and talents.
Right,
in, but
Clickbait had
go
Vinny
against- They don't
Chase.
have their Game of Thrones yet. They don't have their Sopranos. They don't have their
they have
Curb.
The Witcher.
They don't have The Wire.
Ain't nobody watching The Witcher. Like
one's
they
watching
got
The
all these
Witcher.
shows.
Yeah,
Like
but-
Squid Game. Squid Game was a breakout show. I mean, like it had that like Tiger King effect, right? It was like mainstream. People are locked in. If you didn't watch it, you had the FOMO, right? There's this. I think we've talked about it on a podcast before, but like there's a trajectory with content. And it's not just with a show. It could be with a movie. It could be with a tour. It could be anything. There's a trajectory where it's like you're in on this thing early.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're in on this thing and sharing it with people. And then it hits a critical mass where if you haven't watched it, you feel weird.
Yeah.
You're the outsider. The only show that happened with that I can remember in recent past with Netflix is Squid Game. A little
Stranger
bit
Things.
with True Story. A little bit of True Story.
And
Bridgerton.
also Bridgerton. I was just about to say
Bridgerton.
that was
Bridgerton.
huge. Everybody was talking about that.
A few years ago,
But
I had
Stranger
minimal
Things.
FOMO, but yes, they were talking
HBO
about it.
has
I mean, it
misses
wasn't
too,
for
though.
us.
Tons of misses.
That's what I'm saying. HBO has
Tons of
Gossip Girl,
misses.
which was a dud.
Tons of misses.
You're
That shit
talking
was
about
trash.
Casa de Papel, but you're also talking Netflix has local market producers. They have hundreds of more executives trying to find the development for
I'm
this.
just comparing budgets here. Like the budget for HBO and the budget for Netflix.
Yeah, you have to bring that point in because
Yeah.
Netflix can throw money at everything,
HBO's
buy
got
everything.
probably a higher hit.
No,
rate.
but Squid
Yeah,
Game,
so
Squid
they
Game
have
was a
that.
very low budget.
the batting average is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. That I'll give you.
Because they can't miss. Like it was. Remember when AMC back in the day went on that string of nonstop bangers?
Yeah.
Like AMC,
Mad Men and Breaking Bad, Bang Bang, and then Walking Dead.
Mad Men, Breaking
Yeah.
Bad, Walking Dead. There was another one that came out on AMC as well that people were fucking with. Like I think
the Shield
Turncoat or
before
something
that?
like that.
Shield
Like,
was FX.
FX.
but like it was just after another, and you're like, holy shit, does this channel actually the truth?
They made it relevant, yeah.
Yeah, it
And
was
relative to their
unbelievable.
budget, that's a crazy run.
Unbelievable.
So for HBO, yeah, that makes sense.
That's why I'm saying they're so great. Is that they will spend $30 million on a fucking pilot for a Game of Thrones prequel, not the one that's coming out, but another one. And if it's not good, scrap it.
Yeah.
Light $30 million in the air because they know they're like, this isn't it.
You know what it's kind of like? I remember hearing Walmart and Target started off as competitors, and then Walmart was so good at being cheaper that Target was like, we can't do what they can do. We can't compete with cheap shit. So let's just make stuff that's nicer than what Walmart makes and charge more.
That's like Trader Joe's too.
Trader Joe's might have
Same
done
shit.
that.
It's like they don't have any of the selection, but all their shit slaps.
Is bangers.
Yeah.
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 And Trader Joe's is cheap, but Target was like, look, we're going to be more selective of what we have. And I think that might be what HBO is doing. Like, look, we're not, Netflix can just throw money at everything and have options for every single human being on earth.
Yeah.
They have the budget. We don't. We have to be more selective with ours and make it more appealing, like, especially critically.
And I just have to say, like, the way that HBO does their marketing, I don't know if they're aware of it or not, but the way that they do their marketing is just fucking genius. Like, they're able to like stir up controversy around their shows, which creates that FOMO effect where you're like, why is everybody upset? Like right now, there's this whole thing going on with Succession. I don't watch Succession. I don't care about like
I
billionaire
don't.
fucking
Is that
problems.
HBO also?
But like,
Everybody's talking about that shit.
oh yeah, it's a
was
cultural
fantastic.
moment.
Yeah.
And like there was something with one of the characters, Jeremy Strong, was being criticized, and Aaron Sorkin felt like he had to do a public
Oh, yeah.
apology, but he doesn't have social media, so he put it on Jessica Chastain's social media. It's just like just that type of conversation piece swirling around a show.
Yeah.
You're like, well, what the fuck is happening in this show? Netflix doesn't seem to have that apparatus where they can get all this controversy churning. Like they have tons of data and they can push stuff to you algorithmically, but they're not creating the conversation outside of it. Like, dude, Mr. Beast doing the Squid Game thing.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
you're not
yeah.
going to get that every time, but like, how can you get the conversation churning outside?
Yeah.
That's what a comedy special does.
Yeah.
That's Dave Chappelle drove people to Netflix because of the controversy.
Yeah, I feel like Netflix's strategy is like just put all the budget into just making content.
Yeah.
Buy everything.
Yeah, fuck. Even when we did the thing, they were like, "Yeah, we don't do billboards. Like what we do is just use the algorithm to push it to the people that are going to see it."
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, okay, but like, fuck a billboard. Let's use some money to, create some drama.
Yeah.
Like, let's create some conversation around the piece that's going to drive people to the piece. And I think that's what fucking HBO does. When they put out the Peloton ad, I believe wholeheartedly that this was part of the deal.
Oh yeah, can you explain that?
Okay, so basically, Peloton stock drops 10% or 11% after the Mr. Big dies going on the Peloton.
Yeah.
Right, gets a heart attack. I think, personally, okay, so then an advertisement comes out very soon
Peloton,
after
from
a
Peloton.
Peloton ad with Christopher Noth being healthy. I guess we could play it.
Yeah, you want to check it out?
Yeah, play it right now. If you're listening,
To new beginnings.
To new beginnings. You look great.
I feel great. Should we take another ride? Life's too short not to.
And just like that, the world was reminded that regular cycling stimulates and improves your heart, lungs, and circulation, reducing your risk of cardiovascular diseases. Cycling strengthens your heart muscles, lowers resting pulse, and reduces blood fat levels. He's alive.
he's alive.
So good.
Ryan Reynolds
That's
Does
funny.
the voiceover.
does the voiceover. It's Mr. Big and an Asian chick or Mexican girl. I'm not
I think she
exactly
might be an
sure.
instructor for Peloton, right?
Oh,
yeah,
is
she's
she?
a famous Peloton instructor.
Oh.
She was the one I think he was watching in the show.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Extremely well coordinated and orchestrated.
Well,
This is
Extremely quickly.
You know
Yes.
what's that's crazy.
let me
There's-
just
yeah.
say this. So I think this is another HBO move.
Yeah.
I think if HBO is going to make it look like you get fucking heart attacks going on Pelotons to a key demographic that uses fucking Peloton.
Yeah, it's a leverage point.
It is like literally who are the people who use Peloton?
Fucking
people
Joe
who watch
Biden.
Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Sex in the City people, girls who watch Sex in the City, and maybe their boyfriends or husbands like me.
And some comedians
Some
sometimes.
comedians
Yeah.
get stuck under them.
Yeah, trying to look good for their wedding.
That's
Maybe.
it.
That
Maybe.
might be part of the demographic.
That's a possibility.
Who
I went
knows?
back on it. I'm no bitch.
Yeah, I saw you. Let's
Okay,
go.
listen, I'm like big.
Yeah. Did you run extra hard just stomping on
Fuck
it?
yeah, I did. I
fuck
almost
this,
fell
Trevor.
filming that video. 100%. I was like, nah, I'm done with this shit. But my point is, I bet you they reach out to Peloton. They're like, listen, we're going to do this. It's going to cause a controversy. I don't know what's going to happen, but why don't you have something really fun cooked up to go along with it? They must have notified the brand. I don't even know if you can use a brand without their
No,
permission.
here's the crazy thing. I have to potentially push back. What Peloton was already working with Ryan Reynolds' creative agency. He's got a marketing firm. He's genius for this shit, right? And they apparently cooked this up. They were already working with them, and this was like a 48-hour, we got to do something fix, because otherwise I don't think Peloton would risk having that. No one would approve the risk that you could drop that much with your stock price.
For HBO to even mention Peloton in their show,
They got the approval to use it, but someone from Peloton may not have read the script.
Yeah, right.
No, I think they got the
Yeah,
approval,
right
and they
stuff.
said, "Yeah, we'll do it, but we're
We're
gonna
gonna have something ready to
We're gonna
go."
cast
and
everyone."
HBO
They
might have
don't-
even helped them out. Here, we're gonna do this shit. Here, we'll help you. We'll help you create an ad. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and they might not even help them create the ad. They just told them more or less what's going to happen.
Right.
And again, you're not going
More
to
or
give
less,
away
yeah,
the script.
yeah.
More or less, what's going to happen? Hey, there's going to be some tragedy after the use of the Peloton, whatever like that. Just want to let you guys know. You guys do what you want to do. Okay. And getting the Christopher Noth character to go
Yeah.
film that, like that's even a little bit peculiar.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're undermining the show. Now, Christopher Noth is aware that his character is dead, not he is dead.
Yeah.
But he's basically going, I didn't really die. I'm out here and I'm with the instructor and I just wanted to leave Carrie.
Yeah.
You're kind of undermining the plot of the show. So I think there has to be some sort of communication between both of them. Hey, you're going to make it look like our brand gives heart attacks, but we're going to make it look like your show isn't real. Let's have some fun. We're fucking talking about it on our podcast right now.
Yes.
And this is what
None of us have
HBO
seen a
understands.
second of this show.
I have a little bit. And it's pretty fucking funny. I laughed. I laughed out loud.
See, because
multiple
you brought
times.
this up, you're like, "Yeah, we should check this out," and I was like, "All right, is this story that big?" I kind of felt like I was like, "Really? Is it that big?" And then I came home and I see my girl on the couch. She's kind of crying a little bit. I was like, what's wrong? What happened? She was like, "Mr. Big died."
Yep.
Oh, get
Yup.
the fuck out of
Yup.
here, word.
Yup.
Oh,
and
I
it's
gotta-
so, and dude, there's a scene. I can't believe I'm talking about it, but there's a scene at the funeral where like
This is
people
insane.
are coming to the funeral and like, it's really interesting. Like, I didn't realize how like purposely overacted I forgot how overacted the actors are on Sex and the City. It's almost like drag. Like
funny.
each actor is kind of a drag queen. They're this like exaggerated, overacted version of themselves, but because they're unaware of it, it's just kind of funny.
Okay.
And like if you watch the episodes back, you'll kind of see it. Like everybody comes in almost like Kramer. They're like flustered and ready to go, and I'm gonna talk like this. And hello, it's literally a drag show. The whole thing is drag.
Yeah.
Except for Carrie, she's kind of like the one who's holding it all together.
She's the Jerry.
She's the Jerry. Yeah, she's the Jerry. But can act.
Yeah.
And is actually funny. But I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying?
It's like drag. Everyone's overacting.
No, before this, it was
the funeral scene.
Oh, the funeral scene was like really clever premise. It was these people coming in and making the funeral about themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of coming up to like grieve with Carrie, they're like, "Oh, when my husband died, I remember what it was like when and like everybody kind of making it about themselves when it's your fucking
It's a funny
funeral.
device, yeah.
We do know that's the entire ethos of Seinfeld, right?
What's that?
They're the four most selfish people that are friends, but everything they make about themselves.
No hugging, no learning.
I don't know. I never watched the show. I wouldn't know that. I thought the show about nothing. But go, give us your book report on fucking Seinfeld.
You giving us a
fucking
book
dork.
report on Sex and
You
the
fucking
City?
dork. At least there's some pussy. At least there's some pussy. All right, guys, we need a break for a second because I got to tell you my favorite part of this time of year. My favorite part of this time of year is food, okay? I can never get enough of how amazing everything smells. And speaking of smells, I have to tell you about Native's awesome new holiday-inspired scented products, okay? Native cares about the products you put on your body. They're all about stopping the stink the right way. That's the Native difference. You've heard me talk about Native's legendary aluminum-free deodorant. Native's mission is to overhaul your entire hygiene routine by creating products that are made with simple ingredients like shea butter and coconut oil so you can smell great all day. With classics and rotating seasonals, Native has a scent for everyone. Try their holiday scented deodorant, body wash, or toothpaste in scents like candy cane, sugar cookie, and fresh mistletoe for a limited time.
They sent me the sugar cookie. Smells amazing. I love it. Love it.
Deodorant or body wash?
Deodorant. Oh, yeah. Be putting it on. Smells great every time.
God bless you, man. I love to hear you doing that. Stay merry, happy, and fresh this holiday season. You will love Native's limited time seasonal products as much as I do. Go to nativedeo.com/flagrant. Okay, that is NATIVEDEO.com/flagrant, or use the promo code flagrant at checkout and get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/flagrant, or use the promo code flagrant at checkout for 20% off your first order. Now let's get back to the show.
Yeah, we need to start our own Sex in the City.
We can't,
Why?
because we have everything that they want.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What do you mean?
There's this like search for a partner. Now the whole show is like, how do these like old women get married still?
Yeah, the show's about sex, and we're a bunch of married guys.
So what do we know about sex?
That's what we want.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it Virgins of the Suburbs. Just move out to Long Island. We're like, can I get a fucking hand job, please? What's a guy got to do?
Baby, I'm getting a massage.
Yeah. We gotta make our own show. It's gonna be
How do
sick.
you get laid? Yeah, how do you get laid by your wife?
Yeah.
Have you guys had less sex or more sex since you got married?
Well, don't ask me. I've had a lot more.
Yeah.
The whole abstinence thing really kind of fucks up the game. You know what I mean?
And you?
Probably less.
Probably less?
Probably less.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gone more, so that definitely contributes.
Yeah.
But probably less.
You think that's the reason?
Yeah. That's what I tell myself.
Because I'm on the road so much.
That's what I tell myself, yeah.
Yeah.
One of us is being faithful when I'm on the road.
Yeah. But noticeably less to the point where you're like, oh, I see what married people were talking about.
Not yet, but I can see it trending that way.
Really?
5 years. Dude, after kids, I'm like, are we really going to be doing this after kids?
You think that you'll just stop having sex in life?
Dude, I'm going to be in my
that's
40s.
funny.
I'm going to be in my 40s. She's going to be a mom. I'm not into MILF porn, guys. That's just not me.
We should do that thing. So you know how some people do no nut November? I
Yeah.
was thinking we should do. You have to nut every
Yeah,
day.
you brought this up. That's a
So-
crazy idea.
Yeah.
I will lose immediately.
No. You don't necessarily have to fuck.
It's the opposite of
You could
yeah.
jerk off, but you just have to nut every single day.
Yeah.
And then the first person to break it.
There's a great Seinfeld episode where they do the opposite.
The master is bizarre.
contest.
Yeah, I know. You know?
The master of our own domains.
I don't know. You guys are
That was a
talking
great
about.
episode.
Just a fun
That was a
inside
great
joke that we all
episode.
get to have.
Yeah, what
left
is
out.
it about?
Nah,
What's
you
the
wouldn't get it.
episode
You
about?
Yeah,
wouldn't
I don't even
wouldn't
explain
get
it to this
They're
guy. He's
just
gonna
not
shit all
having
over it.
sex.
They're not masturbating.
You're saying those? Oh, they just stop masturbating.
Yeah. Who can go the longest?
Without masturbating.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
Sounds great.
Kramer sees a hot girl through a window, disappears, and then he comes back like 5 minutes later and he goes, "I'm out."
Yeah, he just throws
That's
money
how
on the
they end the
table.
scene. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. So good, dude.
Hilarious.
Greatest show of all time. Hey, tell us more about
Hilarious.
that funeral scene in Sex and the
Hilarious.
City.
That shit
fucking
is
homo.
fun. That shit is fucking fire. No, but yeah, you know the tough thing about like shitting on Seinfeld, the show, is I love Larry.
Yeah.
So I can't really shit on like when you guys say these ideas of the show, I want to shit all over them, but I know they're Larry's. So I'm being a liar.
Yeah.
Like if Larry was pitching that to me,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, we just won't jerk off. I'd be like, oh, this is brilliant. But if Seinfeld was, I'd be like, would you really write a joke about this? Like, or would that be too filthy for you? Why don't we use a different word?
Yeah, what if he did it on
Maybe,
stage? What if
yeah,
he did
maybe
it act
jerking
off?
Can I
off
tell you
would be
something?
too strong.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't use the word.
Yeah.
Made it
course
that
they
much
did it.
better.
Of
Yeah.
course
Didn't
they
it?
did it.
They did.
No,
No.
they didn't.
They never said what it was.
What
It was,
they
it was
say?
an FCC guideline.
Yeah, but it worked better.
Master of their own domain. They used like a bunch of euphemisms and it made it way funnier.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Hysterical.
Larry came up with it.
Oh, okay. That's kind of fire. Dude, if Larry came up with this, that's fire.
Guys,
Dude.
changes, bro.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Notice Larry went right to fucking HBO. He's like, I want to curse. I want to talk about sex. I want to do it. I'm done with this guy who's making fucking B movies. You know what I mean? I'm over it. This guy's making fucking cartoons. That one stung. All right, guys. Let's